Good Monday evening, Mugenites.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Tucci?
How's it going, guys? I'll say the first. So, yeah.
Things have happened.
I'm the vessel. I'm the vessel of. Well, I'm not the vessel. You're the vessel. Unspoiled. Spoiled. You are spoiled. And
Damn.
yeah. I know nothing of this chapter. Nothing about this chapter at all. But based off of the message that you gave me, when somebody spoiled it blatantly, and you don't seem very excited or energetic about it, I don't know what to expect. I don't.
I just want to say, guys, I caught a nasty spoiler, an outright spoiler, on the community post that I made about me not feeling well yesterday. So obviously that made my mood so much better for me to then be excited for the chapter. And then after I got that spoiler, I was just like, I don't even care. I'm going to go on Twitter. And I saw something else that would have gotten me excited, but at that point, I had already just, chalked it up as a loss. So I will do my best to try to bring an authentic reaction to this chapter, but no promises on the quality or the excitement level that I might have. Because if you guys see the live stream title, I know almost exactly of what's going to go on in this chapter. Vante, again, is blind, but this, I'm sure, is going to be as controversial as a chapter as a number of chapters ago. I can't remember which one, but it has some dialogue associated with it. Or a dialogue will be started, okay. I should say.
Okay. You talking about like the Dooms chapter where we were saying like is the series over? Is it going to end soon? Like that? Around that time?
Potentially, but I mean, you'll just have to get the chapter by yourself because there's a lot of different complaints about this one. And again, I'm not trying to influence Vante's opinion on this chapter because he is completely blind to it. But me personally, I am not looking forward to reading this because I do, one, know what happens, and two, with what I think I know happens, unless it's some Tozuka magic, I think I'm going to be disappointed. But try to just put that out there. Disclaimer.
Okay. So recap. A little Julia / Juiz, Victor. We learned some new stuff. New interesting dialogue. We just jumped into like a random part in that memory. It doesn't seem like that was the beginning. We don't know when they came to that room or Luna has spoken to them before that. But we learned some interesting things about that's really interesting to the world. Essentially, we're exploring more things this late in the game.
Yeah,
that could be good or bad. Depends. Matter of fact, let me go back real quick. I gotta refresh myself on something.
Sure. So they had we had a long conversation about glitches and what Luna meant with that phrase.
That's what it was.
Because for some reason, even though she is one of the two gods of this world, seems like something happened that she did not anticipate. Now, is that something of Sun's doing? Is that something natural that just kind of came out from this world? Again, we've talked about this series being a video game themed story. And one thing about video games, or just computers in general, is AI, or artificial intelligence. So sometimes, and I love iRobot with Will Smith. Please watch it if you have not already. One of the scientists started talking about how seemingly a spark existed after having not existed previously. So it was simultaneous, it was instantaneous, it was unheard of or outside of the normal laws of the world. Now, is that glitch something of this world? Is it something that a creator of both Luna and Sun, or just Luna, made? And then obviously we got now our own version of a glitch, with there now being two undead avatars in this world. So what's that going to do? Is that going to make death stronger? is it going to break the game, or is the game going to freeze? Lots of questions.
Mm-hmm. I hear a lot of lagging on my end from the feedback. I think it's on my end though, so I might switch real quick. I might just turn my camera off. Whatever.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Yeah, sorry guys. This is somewhat of an impromptu type of stream. Again, I was not feeling good yesterday. Got that spoiler, then I was mentally just not there. And then we had to delay it because I had to work today. So here we are. Hopefully you guys can get some enjoyment out of this. So while Vante's getting his other setup set up, if you could just go ahead and like the stream for us. If you enjoy anything about our rant, anything about this chapter, anything about each of our reactions. Thanks, Rafs. And welcome, Lauren and Rafs. I'm feeling a little bit better, but just overall, it's just been a long year. So, with that being said, how is your guys' nights going so far? A little bit of a throwback of us, reacting on a Monday night, which is what we did for a lot of the volume reactions, but not necessarily anything that we've done since being caught up. So we do appreciate you guys still tuning in, even if it is 36 plus hours after we normally would record.
Thank you guys very much, especially for all the ones who are in the chat already right now at this time. Thank you once again. And my bad, my end quality and internet issues, so bear with me here. But
all right, we appreciate it, Raps. You not spoiling
right,
us. That's great.
Right. So I think I am first this week.
All right. I hope that you enjoy this chapter and know that's not sarcasm. Goodbye.
All right, guys. So you guys know the drill. We do a blind react to the chapter. One person mutes their mic and turns off the camera, goes away for a little bit until the other one is finished with the chapter so they can call them in so they can react to it themselves as well. We like to do that so we can both get our own reaction to the chapter solo and get our own thoughts coherently as the chapter goes on and whatnot. So that's what we do. And like I said, once again, my bad for my mic. I mean, not my mic, my camera not being on. Issues on my end, so sorry, but I'll still try and make sure my voice is still, expressive as it can be for things that, exert that feeling. Expresses that feeling. Anyway, chapter 231, it is titled Remember. Remember. It's not just remember, it's remember. Okay. Huh? Have I manifested injustice? Yeah. Oh, so that was my doing. I still don't have the hang of it, though. In that case, you stopped that attack, didn't you? I won't let you go. I'll kill you while you're still incomplete. Injustice. It's activated, huh? But his attack hasn't stopped. Okay. Fuko looks. She sees. She smiles. No. Okay, so her and Victor, she's on Victor's back, obviously still flying in the air. We ended up taking the attack, but we made it outside, right? What? All right. Are you all right? You know that I'm undead, right? Yes, but injustice has manifested. Okay, everyone. Now I can't. Okay, everyone. Now I can use it. With this, we'll win for sure. So she's going to use the remember card. So we're finally getting the answer as to why she didn't use the remember card initially with Julia, because we were wondering, we had a lot of theories. Everybody had a lot of theories about whether or not it would be has to do with some kind of, I don't know, her getting her getting information from Apocalypse First will prepare her for a remember, or one was just more appropriate at the time. And now we got our answer. We're getting it right now. Remember, activate. Take the memories from all the loops ingrained within our members' souls and set them free. So they're all getting the memories. That's pretty wild. And this is something that we kind of predicted before, obviously, a long time ago, about everybody getting all the trauma back and all that shit. But the one thing I don't want, and I said it last week, I probably said it before that and the week before that, I just don't want injustice to essentially be, or not just injustice, but for remember as well to essentially be the trump card, and not just a trump card, but literally the ender to this fight. I wanted at least half of the master rules to be defeated, and then by that, and then the other half are just still fighting. Hopefully, not everybody is just going to get their dubs right now. It makes sense, they got their tragedies, but I just don't want to assume that everybody would be like Nico in the sense where they're able to do that. But anyway, I know I'm yapping, but this came to my mind. Captain, look at war. What? My equipment is falling off. Okay, so yep. Go ahead and copy Injustice, Billy. Injustice. So she's So he's gonna use that to his advantage. You can do so. You can do so now, even without being our enemy. Correct? Thanks to you, yes. You helped Rip and the others. As for me, War was taken out. Wait, he was taken out? Like, taken out? Well, I guess, yeah, he was incapacitated. He did get stabbed in the head. But, like, I didn't think he was like, wow, okay, so kind of what I just said a second ago. I guess this happening, huh? War was taken out? That can't be. Fool. Never show the same opening twice. And then Fang ends up, damn. Get the hell out of him. Or he squeezes it. What? Damn. You're growing stronger despite your age. I miscalculated. In that case, at the very least, I'll take all of your time away. Oh, shit. Okay, so he took it away. Time has returned. I'm not deserving of your charity. Injustice. Yeah, I mean, I'm not deserving of your charity, Injustice. Yes, you are. You fought with all of us to the very end, man. Hey, Billy, weren't you able to copy Injustice? I did it, but I've never used it against the Uma, okay? I can't believe our boss's Injustice is so useless. What are we supposed to do? Louise isn't going to come save us. Just hold your horses. I'll remember right now. How did remember nerf you instead? How did remember nerf you instead? Damn it! It is pretty funny though. But they getting dubs just out of nowhere. I mean, not out of nowhere. We've seen it in front of our eyes. But damn! Oh shit, Tatiana. Oh, and backs. Okay. Sorry for the wait, Mr. Billy. I promise. You haven't forgotten it, have you? Oh, it makes sense obviously because they got the memories. So, right. That makes sense why they will come here. So that means, is Lucy going to come too? Maybe. Probably not as much as those two because they have memories and they spend time with everybody else in the union. But I don't know. Ripple, big sissy. I got sick. Ooh, I'm back. Untouchable. Yeah, let's fight together. I owe you one, Usai. If I didn't have my ability, then totally conquering him would have been impossible. You did a great job withstanding him. She did. I wish we got to see more of that, though. God damn it. Now leave the rest to us. All that's left is change, right? I told you it's useless, Gina Chamber. No matter what attack you throw at me, the rule of change will override it. A vessel stands no chance against a rule. Long time no see. Jaunty Justice. Oh shit, and then boom. Got her. Injustice's sword. What? Saber. My body won't change. Hey, change. See ya. Split her in half. Oh, okay. I like that's interesting on the art. Like you see like the face from the slash, like in between the slash. Huh. Thank you. Daddy Dearest and Little Lucky. No, Fuko, help her out. Soul bad bullet, huh? Why can't I dodge with luck? Oh no, it's Injustice. She's come back. Oh, decapitated. God damn. I'm sorry. Today just wasn't my lucky day. No, look, bastards. And she goes to phase 2, maybe phase 3. I don't know. And then you see Victor. He does the dead road, I believe, or the double dead road from Andy and Victor. Man, they get death. Estimated duration of the split. Let's see. I'd say 10 minutes. Plenty of time then. Let's go put it into it all. Okay, so given the spoilers, that's what you got. And he had to ban that person or hide them from the channel because of that. So any comment, he can't even comment on it. He can comment, but we won't see it on the channel anymore. But I imagine that obviously the result of this. Damn, this is, and going back to Rap's comment too, he said, it's Jover, I feel you. This is not really we talked about speedruns before. Oh man, we talked about speedruns before with this series that it felt like it was being sped up. But like, god damn. I mean, Soul is still out there. Obviously, he's still in the HQ. He sent them flying. But like, and then you still have Sun right now. But like, if this is what it looks like it looks like we're just getting these dubs and that's the end of these master rules, which that's what it seems like. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was literally my worst nightmare, and I've been saying it for a while. Ever since the war started, I kept saying that I don't want no clean slate. I said that so many times. I bet a lot of y'all probably remember. I don't want no clean slate. I want it to be on both sides. I want both sides to lose people. But ultimately, we come up on top, obviously. And in this case, we just got a clean slate. I don't like that whatsoever. We didn't even get to see the phases of luck and death, or at least barely with death or whatever. We didn't really get to see more of the fights. Halfway, like the first part of the war when we were going to different battlefields was cool. It was dope. But ever since then, like right now, between this chapter and the last one, shit just fell off completely. I don't know what happened with that. So definitely the horse to bet on, definitely luck are the main issue, but it's maybe worried for the worst case scenario. This will be the issue after. But yeah, like, I might be coping, but the fact that it looks like it ended up like that, where all of them just got defeated, and then that last dialogue saying like, yeah, let's finish this. Usually when the characters say let's finish this, they not finishing shit. So I believe maybe Soul will help bring them back or revive them or something. But even if that's the case, then that prolongs the battle even more, which isn't necessarily a big issue, but there's no point in even doing that if you did this chapter. I mean, this chapter, there's no point in doing this now. You could have doomed us in a different way, you know. But yeah, all right, Rafs, good night. Yeah, it might be Hopium Gang, yeah, but we'll see, man. I'm gonna get twitchy in here. Once again, guys, apologies for streaming on Monday. I know a lot of you guys are probably used to the Sunday schedule and whatnot, but a lot of things came up, a lot of things are going on. Yeah, Lauren, I agree with you. I want to trust Tezuka because even just that last line alone, the dialogue just kind of like, I don't know. It just making me seem like, okay, this shit's obviously not over yet. I mean, it's not. I don't believe that, but those kind of lines in manga and anime typically, you know, the opposite happens. So we'll see. We'll see. But I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Wow, I just read the comment.
That's only half of it, but yeah.
Only half. What the? Okay, yeah. Shortly before you start, I don't know what it is, but like, it's not even like he said it in a way where it's like he said a little bit of it, and then you kind of like, oh, I can kind of connect the dots. No, I'm literally saying,
outright,
like what? And you put emphasis in the entire statement to make sure, like, oh yeah. Oh, whatever. But you go ahead.
All right, guys. What Vontae and I are talking about, I received a spoiler comment on a community post. I know that Remember is used. I know that all of the Master Rules get defeated, maybe except for Soul. Because I was so pissed off at that double spoiler, I ended up going on Twitter. I see that Agu comes back in her bunny suit, and I also see that Akira is slightly referenced in one of the Remember memories. So yeah, that was a lot. Let's get into the chapter. Is there anything left? We'll find out. All right, chapter 231, Remember. Duh. Just said that. Huh? Have I manifested injustice? Yeah. You stopped that attack, didn't you? Oh, so that was my doing. I still don't have the hang of it, though, in that case. I won't let you go. I'll kill you while you're still incomplete. Injustice. It's activated. Huh? But his attack hasn't stopped. Oh, grin. No! We ended up taking the attack, but we made it outside, right? What? All right. Injustice has manifested. Are you all right? You know that I'm undead, right? Yes, but okay, everyone. Now I can use it. With this, we'll win for sure. Remember, activate. This is like, what is that, Yu-Gi-Oh? Exodia! Take the memories from all the loops ingrained within our members' souls and set them free. Okay, so I like how they're showing Kururu in the background. Let's see. Lucy? Little snot? Okay. Oh, I will say the one thing I was really interested in seeing from this chapter is how is this going to affect all these characters as I'm looking at all of them. Rip is kind of tearing up a little bit. Billy's looking on. Sean does not have his eyes seen just yet. That was a pun. And I'm guessing that he will do this now that he has seen his memories and protect Gina 100%. Captain, look at war. What? My equipment is falling off. Stab. Injustice. Go ahead and copy Injustice, Billy. You can do so now, even without being our enemy, correct? Thanks to you, yes. You help Rip and the others. Zoomp. As for me, she's gonna go to the next set. War was taken out? That can't be. Bakana. Oh, Fang's got the Manfu? Whatever the facial hair is called. Fool. Never show the same opening twice. You're growing stronger despite your age. I miscalculated. In that case, at the very least, I'll take all your time away. My time has returned? Is he? I did not get spoiled on that. Let's go back to the single page spread. I was thinking maybe... Oh, wait, did time just get disintegrated? We'll come back to this. That's an interesting page, I will say. I am not deserving of your charity, Injustice. Yes, you are. You fought with all of us to the very end, Fang. Hey, Billy, weren't you able to copy Injustice? Huff, huff. I did it, but I've never used it against Enuma, okay? I can't believe our boss's Injustice is so useless. Well done, calling him boss in reference to Loop 100. What are we supposed to do? Juiz isn't gonna come save us. Just hold your horses. I'll remember right now. How did remember nerf you instead? Damn it. All right, Billy, run away! All right, who's coming to help? Tatiana? Oh, I did get spoiled. She came back in ball form. Sorry for the wait, Mr. Billy. Our promise. You haven't forgotten it, have you? Sicka! Ripwoo! Big sissy! I got sick! Agoo! Untouchable, unback. Yeah, let's fight together. Hugging. All right, we're going to the last one. I have mixed emotions about Unback getting this bunny suit back on. We'll save that for the end. Oh my god, Yusai almost died. I owe you one, Yusai. If I didn't have my ability, then totally conquering him would have been impossible. You did a great job withstanding him. Now leave the rest to us. Okay, this I'm not going to wait till the end. I hate this for Yusai. She didn't even get a chapter focused for herself.
Same.
Versus Justice. This is the one that hurts the most. Sick, Rip, Layla, yes, that hurts. Not getting a proper conclusion to Fang versus Time, that also hurts. War could have done some awesome things versus Billy and Tella, but this one hurts the most. I'll keep going, but I just want to mention that. All that's left is, I told you, it's useless, Gina Chamber. No matter what attack you throw at me, the rule of change will overwrite it. A vessel stands no chance against a rule. Long time no see. Jaunty Justy. Stab. Saber to the scalpel. Unjustice's sword? What? My body won't change. Hey, change. See ya. Slice. Okay, there is something in there. Is that her core? Or is that the reflections of... Because the inside has freckles, whereas she does not. I was also spoiled on this panel, by the way. Again, full disclosure. Thank you, Daddy Dearest and Little Lucky. No, Fuko, help her out. Luck looks on. Soul, bad bulletto. Huh? Why can't I dodge with Luck? Oh no, it's Unjustice. She's come back. Oh, she gets decapitated? I'm sorry, today just wasn't my lucky day. No luck. Bastards. All right, she's going to another form. It's not gonna matter because someone's behind her. Brrr, dead the road. Estimated duration of the split? Let's see. I'd say 10 minutes. Plenty of time then. Let's go put an end to it all. So Victor is confirmed not to be... Oh, this chapter.
So this chapter is kind of funny. I think we're back in that again from what, like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
That last line right there. Let's put an end to it all. Typically, when you hear that from characters in the series, it's like, "Or this is over. It's finished. Put an end to this." That's not the case. However, the dialogue for a lot of those characters, it did seem like that was different conclusions. Today wasn't my lucky day. You seem like you're dead. It don't seem like Soul was gonna. I said this. I was like, since Soul is the only one that's still alive, maybe you'd be able to revive them essentially. But like, still with the dialogue and all that, it just doesn't. The pacing of this, everything just went their way, and I kept saying this forever. No clean slates. And what happened?
Exact clean slate.
Oh, so they're saying that was Change's core. I was thinking, I was like, am I tripping? Is that a reflection or is that her core?
Looks like a child?
Yeah.
I think we might have also seen Luck's core.
Really?
On page 17.
Oh, I see. Under
or at least like the bottom portion of her skull, maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
And this also did the one thing that I absolutely could not accept from this series, and that is that the master rules are now items, or they're not characters. Let me just say that. We got nothing from them. So unless Soul can, I don't even know. It feels like cope. It feels like coping at the moment.
It's weird.
Honest,
This one is
guys,
weird
I'm
though.
liking it.
Like it's even worse than how it was before. At least at that time we theorized. We even had a video talking about the pros and cons, or what of how the pacing was going. And right now it's like either you completely just rushed it, whatever happened, I don't know why, but whether it's higher ups or him, I don't know. But you rushed it here, or this is some kind of misdirect, because it's like that's pretty crazy. Like we already knew Injustice on the battlefield and remembered, well, mostly Injustice, that if she's on the battlefield, she has the manifestation of that. It's pretty much over. And I kept saying at least maybe a few of them can be defeated by her, like 3, and the other ones are still fighting or something like that. But
Fang, literally no consequence to him going up against time, because he has now reversed to a certain extent. Like that's trash if that's how this happens.
we read the live chat for sure. Siege pool.
All right, I have not been reading it for a while, so let me just go ahead and quickly stream through this.
Your size real abilities unshown. Wow.
Oh god, that hurts. Whoever said that hurts.
The one said it. The one. It's always the one.
Welcome Sishpu, welcome Cyber King, welcome Hexo, welcome The One. It's nice that we're streaming at a different time, because I know a lot of you haven't been able to, attend our normal times.
Yeah. That was a good time to drop a Discord today, for sure.
I'll copy that in just a second. So what were some of your thoughts, Vontae? Obviously, I know you chimed in there for a second while I was reading, but what did you think of this chapter?
So based off of like what you were saying in the title of the stream, I kind of just assumed something like this was going to happen.
Okay.
I mostly assumed that like Soul was going to get killed or something, because he was the only one. He was the one that we left off at, but it actually was even worse, and everybody else just got killed off. I was just kind of reading it along to get to this post discussion, but there are some times where I was just like, and obviously my camera was off, but I was shaking my head like, nah, it's just, everything is just going according to plan so well that I don't know if I'm coping or not. I don't think I believe this. Even Foucault just smiling and like, look, remember, boom, everybody gets their trauma. Oh, that's the other thing. I was saying when everybody got their trauma, before I saw what happened next, I was like, in my head, I was like, I don't want this to kind of lessens Nico's moment. But it didn't end up like being all of them trying to, or getting dubs of mostly Injustice, and then Billy was doing a lot of work. So I was like, okay, that's fine. But I wouldn't have liked it if all of them got the trauma and all the memories and just started winning on their own. It's like, nah, that's why Nico's moment was so special, So, but good thing that didn't happen.
I had 2 immediate thoughts of cope when I finished this chapter. One, I was thinking we have been, or at least I have been, let me take some responsibility for this. I have been talking about Uma past forever on this channel. If you go back to episode 6, episode 7, I've been the proponent of Uma past. And we have always said, or at least I have always said, I thought the negators would use it. What if Uma's soul uses it instead?
Right.
I don't think we've yet to see an Uma utilize another Uma. Yet.
At least not in that way, for sure. No.
Mm-mm.
And guys, yes, he's cool. I agree with you. Go ahead.
I was just going to mention really quickly, I did drop a link to our Discord in the chat, and it's always in the description of all of our videos. So if you guys are watching this and want to talk more than what we can interact with you on our live stream today, just feel free to join the Discord. Just let us know that you came here from Undead Unluck. But go ahead.
Absolutely. But yeah, I agree with you, Siege. Like, it makes sense. Like, to have Injustice be the trump card, and this happened with, remember that tangent or that combo right there, it makes sense. But as the audience, we're not the characters in the story. It's kind of like, it's almost as if the Umas just don't have a chance ever. They never really have a chance. Like, sure, we lost a lot in other loops, off screen, on screen, whatever. But the Master Rules, they're not as, at least for me, they're not as impressive or as, impressive as the regular rules. like in terms of the time period. When we're going against certain rules, we go through a lot of struggle and all that. But against the Master Rules, we're supposed to struggle really the entire way. That's why I thought we were going to take each other out. Like, a lot of sacrifices are going to be made. Not this. It's like Umas don't have any. They have no help or no cheat code. Soul is their cheat code, and he ain't doing shit.
So my other thought when I saw this chapter, do you think that Soul's upgraded phase 3 form could be like a mirage? That he can show the target of his soul mirage anything that they want to see.
Oh, so like, right. So this is not actually happening.
This is not actually happening. This is literally the best case scenario, obviously, because everyone's saved. No one's going to die as of now. But literally, this is like a child's fantasy to me.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because literally he was the one that sent Victor and Julia flying, right? Basically.
Yes.
Or at least got him to like retreat, at least. So, and then we don't see him anymore. You would think that we'll see his reaction to all of his comrades dying in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But unless they're saving it for the next chapter, but I don't know.
Now, again, there feels like something. There feels like something off about this chapter, and not just because of how it played out, but also I want to remind you guys that Ruin is in the stratosphere. That is a pivotal character to the story. He can't just show up at the end after we've defeated God. No, he has to come back into the story in a meaningful way. And if my soul mirage theory is correct, potentially he could be outside looking in and seeing this, kind of similar to Ichigo from Bleach. What are you guys doing? Mm-hmm. He's right there. Aizen's right there. So he could very much have his own MC-esque moment if he were to come back, because he's the only one outside of the Mirage domain that Soul has capacity over.
Wait, who are you talking? You talking about Kira?
Ruin.
Oh, Ruin. Oh, I didn't hear the person you said.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Because Ruin, if he's shown all these things beforehand, I feel like him being outside of the normal, because he was technically on Soul's side. I think Soul might have forgot about him. I'll be honest. Mm-hmm. After he failed his assassination attempt, if he is a changed man, now that he's witnessed or experienced bad loop, I could see him now coming back to wake them up from this dream.
That's a good point, because Ruin coming back, he would have to come back while the conflict is still going on.
He can't come back at the end.
An epilogue or something, like hell no.
Yeah.
And yes, he's fool. Billy did more damage than they did towards Juiz in the Union than they did. And they're supposed to be the master
Yeah.
rules.
Took off her arm. That's for damn
And
sure.
then again, this chapter kind of showed that too. I mean, he was the one that did the most damage aside from Julia and Remember.
Yeah.
So, he's still like that. But regardless, though, this is it's the pacing was so quick. They're just getting all the adults in one chapter to the point where I'm just like, maybe it's Tezuka it's another misdirect again. Because how do you do that all in one chapter? Not a single one other than Soul. I don't know about that.
Okay, again, this might be literally 5 head. Go back to
I
page
just saw
1.
something too. Page 1. Okay. Talking about that panel, the bottom right panel or the bottom panel of Soul.
I'm talking about the middle panel.
Electricity.
Is this just a lettering mistake? Or
No.
is there significance between the E and the M having a larger
seriously.
gap?
You know, it's funny, when I read the title of the chapter, I literally said, that's it. Remember? I said, no, it's
Remember?
Yeah. Nah, that's not a mistake. That's not a mistake. It's not. It's not.
What do you guys think?
That's not a
That's
mistake.
so weird.
Remember. That's not a mistake at all. It's not. Because why wouldn't you just call it Remember? Because we already know we're getting to that soon from the last chapter.
Well, and I was thinking maybe like they just put more in front of any M, but then you look at the second M and it's right on top of the other E. Like there's no space.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. So I guess the Remember part might be about like Tatiana and Max, but still.
I know. Again, that's like super 5-head twitchy. So welcome to the channel if you're new. But there's something off about this chapter.
The core. So the little core people within them, that pretty much signifies that they're going to be reincarnated or become people in the new validated world.
Why do you say that?
Because we've seen Luck. Her core is a little person in there, and it also will change. Like, what's the point of doing that if there's nothing else for them? If they're dead, why show that when they die? So I think that, they'll be brought back, I guess, as people, regular people.
How do you think that Fang got restored?
I'm not gonna lie, I was reading. I just
You just went past it?
I thought that Time did that because he was talking about how he got stronger when he aged, so he tried to de-age him to make him weaker.
Oh.
But yeah, because he does have
hold on. I know what happened. So all 4 of the text bubbles on page 8, they have that jagged edge to it, right?
Or the Julia.
So that means that Time was talking to Fang, and then in the top panel of page 9, it's very straight. So that signifies that Julia used injustice on Time. Mm-hmm. So instead of taking away the time, he gave it to him. That's actually kind of fire. I like that a lot more than I did initially, and I had to talk myself into it.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay, that is actually fire. That might be my favorite part of the chapter. Not gonna lie.
It's kind of funny though because he still would have. It's kind of weird. He still probably was going to get his ass whooped though, because he said he was stronger when he was older. But
yeah, I think that's just because of how Unfade works.
Yeah, but like, he's once again Fang is that OP character in the series where it's like even literally his dialogue to Julia was, "I don't even need your help," but she's like, "No, you deserve it. Like, I'm not worthy of it. You deserve it."
Welcome, Gavin. Yes, I see multiple comments in the chat that like literally walked me through that realization. That's the kind of subtle shit that I think Tozuka excels at. Like, there's writing in the background that just isn't talked about.
That's true. But I agree with you, Gavin. Next week we gotta see, because like honestly, once again, it can go either way. All right, Lauren, thank you for coming in every time.
We appreciate you.
Night.
And technically, 6 core has been captured. It has not been neutralized. So Sick could still theoretically be in existence in this loop.
But this chapter is so weird because it happened so quick too. There was no build up. We started the chapter immediately, damn near after like page 1 or so. And Fuko, I remember here, boom, everybody trauma, boom, and then you have Billy using injustice. You have all of them getting killed, all the massacres getting killed, and then let's finish it up against Sun and Soul. Like, what? That's how you treat this group?
Did Gina's attack kill Luck, or was that Victor/Julia?
I couldn't tell that, but it definitely was a fast slice.
Because it looks like Gina threw maybe her beret at Victor and Julia flying by. Or no, she might have threw back the
15.
saber. Did she throw back the saber? Was that it?
Probably. Yeah, more than likely. That was the thing that was killing. Or that was Death Sight? Really?
Death Sight? Can't really tell.
This chapter is poo-poo, man. Like, the more I look at it, it's just poo-poo. I'm just skimming through it, just seeing how quick everything's
Guys,
going.
we have to be honest. This might be one of the weakest chapters I think we've had on Undead. For now, obviously, hindsight is 2020.
Yeah, like next week, I think something. I don't know. Well, put it like this: even if the battle continues and is from Sun and Soul or whatever, I'm fine with that. But the Master Rules, we've been talking about it forever. Like, there's nothing about them that I care about. It's kind of like the same conversation we have about Bleach, about the Quincy's and Yuhoba. It's like, at least they have more characterization than the Master Rules here. Only a few Master Rules have some good personality and somewhat characterization.
And what even form is death? Like, I can't even tell. Are you just?
No idea.
I
thought she was just kind of spazzing out. I thought she was going to phase up, kind of. Maybe that was like phase 2, and she was progressively kind of.
Well, we saw the dark smoke around her, black dust, whatever. But then she got dual dead roaded. Damn.
I think we're going to be doing. No, honestly though. Like, just to go back to like how we thought about, we had conversations and tier lists about characters that were going to die and stuff.
Yeah,
I definitely can still see that happen.
In this
There's
final
no way
fight,
nobody dies. Yeah, I don't see it at this point. Especially if Fang like still alive. I don't. Granted, I understand everybody dies in every loop, but that doesn't mean that everybody should, have to live for this one. And the stakes, it felt like the stakes kind of went away this chapter. I mean, obviously, because they killed everybody except for Soul, but and I guess sick, but I don't know.
What do you guys think? I know that Vontae and I have been talking for quite some time now. Do you think this is an illusion? Do you think this is real life? I'm also going to post in the chat our planned versus canned video, so you guys can look at our opinions and discussions from the last time that we thought the sky is falling. This
sky
just
has
felt
fallen.
weird, though. Yeah, the sky is on my head.
It really does. And like I said, that last line though, I just keep looking at that last page. Let's see, I say 10 minutes, plenty of time. Then let's go put it into to it all. Like lines like that never goes to plan ever, and especially for an MC. I'm gonna finish this. It's over. No, it's not. Dope shot though.
Oh no. I hope not, Sishpoo. But
all these mangas with these endings, man. Can I stop reading these mangas that keep doing this? God damn.
Oh, we were supposed to get a color page next chapter.
Oh yeah.
So for them to be like, you know, top of the table of contents.
Oh, there's gonna be everybody on the cover looking happy. Oh.
But I did see that someone said that there was no announcement that it's entering like the climax. I don't even know if Tozuka would want to do that per se.
I think
that is almost the standard.
Yeah.
So unless he does it next chapter, I'm not quite sure.
I'm not gonna lie. I already feel. I feel it. I see it and I feel it. I foresee it. I see Soul. People are going to be talking about Soul stocks going up next chapter. I see it already. The memes are going to stop. He's going to reset this shit or do something to. I see it already because he's not here. He's just in HQ, just sitting there, mad and angry.
Okay, I'm gonna point out something else, and this could surely be a coincidence.
Okay.
But page 2 and 3. Primarily the last panel of page 3.
Mm-hmm. The remember card.
Do you think that Soul has hacked Remember?
Wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna go back to page 1 as well to see Soul if there's any. Okay, and then we just switch to page 2 where Fuko looks down. She sees them
coming up
and then,
with the attack.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised because why would Soul just kind of stay there? I mean, I know they're moving fast, but I'm pretty sure Soul can catch up or at least try. You know, I don't think he would just allow them to go up because he knows injustice on a battlefield that ends everything. So why would see that? To me personally, that would be another bad part to it if he doesn't. If he just didn't do anything. So I hope he did that. Got to the card or hacked it.
Because if he hacked the card, that would then be able to manipulate literally everyone's memories. And the Master Rules did not start dying until after they had received the Remember Blast.
Yeah. But like, in what ways do you think he manipulated it? Because would it
I think
matter much?
it's a mirage. I don't think that this is reality. Again, this is
Just in
probably
general,
coping,
okay.
but just in general, if he hacked Remember, because the reason why I say this is a far-fetched theory, even though I was the one who said it, is because Remember, almost by necessity, has to work with soul powers because it's connecting the souls from various loops. That's the only way to carry on the memories. And then the whole conversation with Fuko and Andy, how you only die if you're forgotten, that was in soul form that they had that conversation.
I would love that. I would love for that to happen. That would be one of the greatest chapters ever. Like, whoa, like Suzuka, he would legit be in the Hall of Fame of misdirects. It happened again. We were doomed.
He's done it again.
We had 1 or 2 weeks where we felt like we were doomed, and then we weren't. And then this one, this will be the ultimate one because everybody just died, or all the masters just died in one chapter. And it also, too, there would have to be some fight against getting Injustice to make sure she doesn't get to the battlefield because she already manifested her ability. So they already failed at that, getting to that point. The Master Rules failed on that. But also, she has it now. And Soul didn't do a goddamn thing. He just stared at her angrily, and then they left. So, yeah, there's no way. There's no way. If it's cope, it's cope. But, like, realistically, that doesn't even make sense. Why would Soul not do anything here? Especially with Injustice. It's different if it wasn't Injustice. It's different if it was Undead, anybody else that just went away from him and he knows that them going to a different battlefield will be a problem. But it's literally game over if Injustice gets out there and they use Remember and they just win everywhere on every battlefield. He knows that. So it doesn't even make sense for him to not do anything. He really would be a trash character.
Do you know who is at the very top of the double spread for Remember? Page 4 and 5.
4 and
Who's
5.
in the middle? At the top.
Maybe Bunny, the goo.
Okay. Yeah, probably with the bangs. Gotcha. That was the only character I was kind of looking at. I was like, who are you?
Wait. Okay. Wait a minute. I mean, okay, we've seen everybody get the memories.
Does she have honestly, the suit on already?
Probably.
Oh! Oh my goodness. How did I miss that? It looked weird. Right to her left, that's Ruin. To Bunny's left is Ruin.
I thought that was
right. Her right. No, Engine is where's Engine?
Oh, I see him on the bottom. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's Ruin. Look at his face.
No, that isn't it Ichigo. That's by Ichigo.
No, Ruin is like right above Ichigo.
Oh, I definitely can't see. I gotta zoom in. Oh,
you can see the dark little tuft of hair.
Oh, I see what you. Okay, I see what you mean. I looked at it as like all of one person, like the hair and the face. But that would be a big ass head, though. I see. Yeah. Watch Soul's face when you have an immunity against negations. He negates their negations because he manipulates the soul and gets it run back. Now, Soul had to have done something. There's no way he didn't do anything there. That would be stupid for him to not do anything.
When he knows that literally...
Yeah, it's game over.
It's game over if they use Remember.
He knows more than anybody. He's the one that's been, like, his dialogue, he's been pressed the most out of any character on both sides. So, there's no way.
And the reason why I made the connection to like potentially remember being linked to souls specifically is because of the fact that when Kururu used her power, she manipulated the memories in Loop 101. She manipulated the memories of people who were under her control. But technically, she was underneath Soul's control.
Oh.
Right?
I'm looking at that panel. Yeah. Looking at that panel again. Look at Rip, man. That's sad. It's like
I know.
He saw what happened.
And Layla's crying a little bit too.
Yeah. And he saw that. He's like, oh shit, damn, that's really what could have happened, huh? Like he already felt like, you know, he needed to save her, and there was also a scare in this loop. So to see his past versions, especially the last one, of what happened, damn.
And I love how he called Billy boss. Like that was so cool.
See, that's another thing that makes it sound like this is the end. When you have characters like that saying uncharacteristic things like that, even though obviously he's got memories back, but but you wouldn't think he would say that now. There'd be no point for him to do that unless it's for the audience. Like, oh, I picked up on that. Oh, yeah, you called him boss. Damn, the Master Rose is such a... Oh, man, you're an ass group. I'm sorry.
If this is how they go out, they are trash. Absolute garbage. And maybe that's just the way that they're written, but we can still criticize because, whoo, not great.
Like, there's no point even making them humanoid. Yeah,
there's no
just
point
make them
making
beastly
like
monsters at that point, you know? Just let them be like...
Put them in their phase 3 forms. Make them look animalistic.
Exactly. And if you want, you could do the core thing that we just seen from Luck and Chains, where there's like, oh, it's a person in there that's like crystallized or stuck or something like that. You know, you don't have to make them. I still don't know what that is. I'm assuming that has to do with like some kind of reincarnation or something. Because why? Why are we seeing their core being in another little person within them? Or maybe we're going to get some more lore, because once again, I don't see why we started there at the round table when they first became the players, Victor and Juiz.
Why we didn't go before then?
Yeah, because the Master Rules already existed. So maybe they were people before that also were at some kind of round table or whatever that Luna went to and made them the first players, and she forced them into that game, and we can finally get something with them, like memories or moments, something. I at least want that. At least.
I'm gonna point out one more thing. I was spoiled on this on Twitter. I wasn't sure what the hell they were talking about, but take a look at the last double spread. There is something so minute of a detail in this. It's so funny.
Let me see.
It's so funny.
Okay. Cancel. Yeah, both undeads. It's actually pretty dope to see both undeads side by side. That's cool. Detail. I don't. Okay, let me see. Where can you tell me like what area? Like
if you want a hint, right? Look at Andy's left bicep.
Left. Oh yeah, somebody mentioned that earlier. I forgot who it was, but they said Clothy Jr. with a pacifier or something.
Two of them. There's one on Julia for her attire, and then one on Victor. So I don't understand how that works, but whatever. That's just so adorable.
Oh yeah, it was Hexo that said that. Yeah.
Welcome, Hexo. I don't know. This is just strange.
Yeah, Gavin, I agree. Like, I think we all can agree that Injustice, like, we know Injustice being there is game over for the Master Rules. It's just that, like, once she manifested it, they were supposed to stop her from even manifesting. They failed at that. Now she's manifested, and you were right in front of her, and there was nothing you could do to at least try to stop her, or if she's leaving, as what just happened in this chapter, you couldn't, I don't know, try to go after them, and then maybe got kicked off while you're like something. You didn't even do nothing. You just stood there.
It feels like Soul
Angrily.
got punked, and he just stood there and took it.
Yeah. When you know it's
wasn't
literally
that
you're going to die.
I don't know.
That's literally the face of death right there. Is Julia in front of you? Your comrades are gone if you don't do anything about it. So he had to have done something.
So when he got, like, he still shot at Julia and Victor. Where is he?
Exactly. It's like either he's still in HQ or he went into the car. That's like the only thing I can think of. Like, what else could he even do?
Because that little ball of light goes right behind Fuko. At least from the perspective on page 2.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Because that's them, right? That's like in the far back, coming down towards Fuko. On the left page of page 2. You see how like Fuko on top of her, like above and behind her.
Oh yeah, that's Victor and Julia.
But that electricity, you seen that?
Yeah.
And he's going. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Because of what you said about the car thing. If he is passing them, he passed them up already. She's looking. If Fugo's looking the other way, she wouldn't notice him getting into the car. Inside of the car. Oh my
god! I just want you to think a second, Vontae, of how much next chapter is going to hurt if we wake up and there are dead bodies, multiple dead bodies.
Oh no.
Because this illusion was bad enough in Bleach when one person got killed. If we kill off multiple people, let's just say they go for a trifecta. They go Fang, they go Rip, they go Gina, and Saved by Sean. So those 3 characters die in one chapter.
I don't really know how I feel about that either. It's a weird thing because then, to me, that makes it seem like we're just going to lose at the end of the story. Like, how can you combat once you lose, like, a good chunk of them?
I mean, that's a fair point, but like
at one moment.
I feel like at this point I'm just kind of like repeating myself.
Nah, he definitely like that. Okay, like seriously, would it make sense for the electricity and that ray of light to be in front of them when we already know that they have light behind them, or not light, but something like an impact, like coming from behind them coming down to Fuko? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense for that to be in front of Victor and Julia.
Oh God!
And then Fuko looking the other way.
All right, Vontae, let's walk you down my realization. Page 1.
Mm-hmm.
What's the translated sound effect for the kanji?
E to my E.
Okay. Who is in that panel charging up?
Soul.
Okay. The second to last panel in page 1. What's the sound effect? All right. Let's go to page 4.
Queen. Oh,
you got it. You got it.
And I looked at it and I looked a little up at the card again. I'm like, wait, and then just seeing it shine too. That's like, there's no way. There's no way
You do
Because
see
the
it
card
on
doesn't
page
shine.
2 as well. You see it on page 2 as well. At the very top.
Yep. And the card doesn't just shine like that. It doesn't. If it does, it might be like in the corner. You see like a little light that might, we've probably seen it in that chapel or the church once we used it. But and then that's too much emphasis to make it shine like that. Like we know what the card is. All she has to do is pick up the card. There doesn't have to be any shine in it, and she can say, like what you said. Remember, activate. There does not need to be light there. He's misdirecting us. We cracked the code. No, seriously, because like once again, I don't understand how that electricity coming down would be Victor and Julia. And Fugo's looking the other way, so she doesn't see what's going on her right shoulder.
Especially if it comes up right behind her.
Because what's the point of that?
She's not looking.
Like, think about that panel for a second. What's the purpose of even drawing a panel like that? We know that they're coming down towards her.
Oh, the secondary one?
Yeah, where it shows on the left side.
On page 2?
Yeah, them far in the back, and then that electricity and that ray of light fire her shoulder already, or right behind her. Like, what's the point?
I took it to mean they were being blasted up.
I don't know, though.
You think they're coming down?
It seems like it to me. Because
I mean, I'm just looking at the motion lines for that last panel on page 2. To me, that makes it seem like it's going into the distance.
It kind of reminds me back to the conversation about the master rules. Are they going to Earth or are they coming?
Yeah, regardless, though, the same sound effect for Soul's attack and Remember kind of sketch. The fact that it looks the same as one of Soul's attacks, kind of sketch. You see the people getting the memories, they're coated in that like white soul aura, kind of sketch.
I might have to, let's look at some more, if there's any other. That's probably about it, though, for the card. Yeah. Plus, Soul would not let his comrades die like that. All at once, there's no way. After what we've seen from Ron, he's not letting that happen again.
I'm trying to look to see like if Fuko is still holding on to Remember in that last page, and she is not. So unless she put it back into her pocket, like off camera, because that's the only other panel that she's kind of shown with Andy on page 17.
But like you said, Shizuka, he always puts stuff in the background. He's really good at that. You pick up on it,
I want to go back and read every Soul chapter since Fuko got those
to
abilities to see the Kui, to
Mm-hmm.
see if I see that in any other. I mean, at least not from the sound effects I'm looking at. It's all like whoosh or boom.
Yeah, it's kind of. I do see a Kui on the last chapter in page 17, but that's kind of
for Soul's attack.
It looks like it's more so undead. He's like regenerated. Actually, I don't know though. It's a manifestation. That's what it is. I still don't think he's going to allow. Because look at his face on page 1 of this chapter. Like, he looks like he's planning something. It doesn't just look like he's just angry and about to crash out. He looks like he's doing something. Like in his head, like, I'm gonna get you, motherfuckers. I'm gonna get you. Like that's what. I get that feeling. It doesn't look that.
Question. So, panel 1, page 1, she has the glowing eyes. That indicates that she has some sort of, either manipulation of the soul or that is injustice being activated. Do you agree so far?
Yeah, I'll say injustice.
Okay. So he says, I'll kill you while you're still incomplete. What do you think he means by incomplete?
Well, I guess technically, because she completely manifested it like right before Fuko uses it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he was just talking about like right before, but that'd be kind of weird to say like literally like a millis, like 2 seconds before, like I'll kill you before you complete. Well, she about to be completed in 2 seconds. So I get what
I
you're
was
saying.
trying to build off of what you were saying. If he recognizes that at an instant Fuko could use remember and she could be fully complete with injustice, he knows it's over. So what if he intersected that move by either going into remember or like giving him false memories? Because I don't think Kuru's power. What do you got?
I was just thinking, like, what if he just like? So I know you said like in general he's just like it's like a mirage. But what if like he did give them memories and like they're just way different to the point where it's just gonna throw everybody off? Because if you notice, after they get their memories, the only ones that we see is Billy and a little bit of Temple, pretty much. Everybody else, we don't see it until like Yusai, obviously Fang, but I guess Rip and Lala, but we don't necessarily know what all of their, like, if all their memories are even real or not, like, what actually happened. There's really no way to know just yet. Even with Tatiana and Max coming here, the fact that they came here after that, I would assume that Soul did something to obviously make them, get here. Because, like, how did they just immediately, like, oh, yeah, we're coming to the battlefield now just because we got their memories? That's how Tezuka wants us, the readers, to think. Like, oh, of course they're going to come here if they already get their memories. But I kind of feel like that's more so what Soul is doing because, yeah, it's like they just immediately came here.
Logistically, they should not be there.
Yeah, or at least not yet if they were to come, like, logically. And Soul, he probably would want all of them to be here so he could just end them all right now. Because it's still weird. I still think that Tatiana should have appeared on the battlefield on her own before this happened. Of course not Bax, but I think Tatiana should have. So it is kind of strange that she will come back in this fashion where, oh, I get my memories, now I'm here. Like, how? Why? Or not necessarily how, we know how, because she was at the HQ the last time we seen her, I believe. But once again, guys, this could all be cope, but at the same time,
it's a one hell of a cope. Oh my god!
Yeah, honestly, it really would be. If nothing that we're saying is even like just doesn't come true, then yes, that's the most cope I ever uttered out of my mouth ever. And I've done a lot of coping. A lot of these series be having some weird endings, but hey, this one will be kind of different because this is the end here, basically.
Okay, let's stop inhaling the cope. I want to pose the possibility that this is where we are at. There's not going to be a twist. Mm-hmm. This is where we're at.
Sun and Soul.
Two-part question. One, how long do you think we still have left to go in the series? And two, does this development bring down your likability for this series in any significant way?
Okay, so I think this definitely sped up things. I think that epilogue and all, I won't talk for the epilogue, but I'll talk for this arc in general.
Okay, yeah.
Because we still probably have, like, Luna dialogue, stuff like that. At most 10 chapters. Because we still have to fight Sun and Soul. And I don't think we're just going to defeat them that quick. I would hope not. That's another hope. And secondly, yes, this will make me like my enjoyment will kind of go down a little bit. Only it's not because of the conflict. I think the conflict is still great. It's just about the master rules. What's the point of them being in the story if there's nothing for them? There's nothing. I was looking forward to them for so long to the point where even midway from where we're at now, like the midway, I immediately was like, okay, I think they're going to be. I don't know, man. Like, I just don't want a clean slate. That's what it's looking like. These guys barely have any dialogue, or at least dialogue that's worth paying attention to, other than Soul. And then even Soul himself, he's been getting clowned in the community every week. So it's like that does them no service. So yes, I would be more disappointed in the series because of the master rules themselves. Other than that, everything else I like. Okay. And this all makes sense. Injustice being like, yeah, for sure. But I just wish that the master rules had more of something, at least. Like, if you want to go down this route, Suzuka, have them all die in this chapter, make them relevant in the story.
Or don't make them relevant.
Exactly.
Or don't make us think that they're relevant.
Humanoid. Oh, I'm gonna make a humanoid, and you shouldn't even worry about them. Don't care about them. They're just antagonists, whatever. They're nobody. They're just monsters. What?
And another thing that sort of upsets me, and then I'll answer my own question that I posed to you, but the thing upsets me is he gave them phase 3 forms, and we didn't even see anything from the 3 coolest designs. We didn't see any fight between Fang and Time. We didn't see any of the fight between Yusai and Justice. God forbid Yusai gets a single fight in this series. And 3, we didn't get War versus Billy and Tella. We were saying that could have been like an arc by itself. So that would upset me. But to answer the question, I think that we could go to like chapter 245 and then maybe have like 5 chapters of epilogue. So I think we could end by 250 if this is real. And then secondly, yes, this would decrease my opinion of Undead Unluck. If you're still watching this and that makes you dislike the stream, so be it. I think we've both kind of well articulated that we love this series and we want the best for it. And we don't currently think that this is the best route to take. Not to say that Tozuka isn't a better writer than both of us, because I think we both admit that he is, obviously.
Easily.
But needless to say, this just doesn't feel...
Hydrogen bomb versus coffin baby. Just the difference.
This doesn't feel cathartic. It feels like almost this is stunted for a manga that we both hold in a high regard. Like, it should be better than this. That's the standard that we hold it to it.
I also see the issue, because we talked about this before, about just Loop 101 in general. Like, we've already gotten so much success. Why do we need a clean slate of success now? We need some failure. We didn't get none. What was the failure in this loop? I can't even think what was the failure in this loop. It doesn't even have to be just death, you know? Other than like some characters not getting anything, but that's kind of been a thing for the entire story, not necessarily just for the loop. But what was the failures that we got in this loop?
I have one answer, and it's going to sound like I'm a smartass. It's not. Like, literally, this is the only failure. Shen getting his ability was not supposed to... That was a failure.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But literally, that was the only failure. And it was, it's better if we fail.
Even Nico, and that's such a big moment, but he got all that trauma. 10-fold, 100-fold from everybody else.
But he's good now. He's fine.
And that was a success. That was trauma. Even in this loop, trauma turned into success. That doesn't even make sense.
We kept saying that is the one negator ability that both of us would never want to have. Of all the negator abilities, that's the one where it's like, it's the biggest dub. He gets married at the end of it. Gets a ring out of it for free.
And a kid. and we still love it. It's just one of those things where it's like, how much success, like it, night and day. Loop 100 to Loop 101. Maybe that's the point Suzuka's trying to give to us, but like that's still, we still need some kind of stage.
We had some successes in Loop 100. We have had no failures in Loop 101
at all. Like really, there's not much. That's
nothing of significance.
Weird. It's really weird because it's. I already felt like we had so much success going into this the last few chapters, but like I thought it was more equal now. I was thinking, oh, characters are going to take each other out. That was going to happen a lot, but
see, I think what has let me down, again, if this is real and Tozuka's not faking this out again, is that we were led to believe that all we needed to do was hold out for enough time for injustice to manifest, and then we would win. See, the thing is, it feels like Julia got that too quickly, and it feels like we should have had some losses before that manifested.
Yeah, because that's the whole point. Like, the whole point for the Master is, like, we cannot let her manifest that. They kept saying it constantly. Soul constantly kept saying that, and then it happened. So it would make more sense if in some of these battles that, like, some casualties happen, and, you know, maybe, like, especially the ones that have, like, a trio or a duo, like, maybe one is, like, really injured, like fatally wounded or something. Like, nothing. What is even the worst injury on the battlefield right now?
Yusai.
Yeah, and I
her
don't
shoulder
know what
hurts.
Her injuries are. Her
shoulder hurts.
What the hell?
And like that also completely throws out the window any hope that we had that Ruin would be a healer in this scenario.
Wait a minute. Yeah. That's really bad, because if this is the extent of these injuries that they have, like you said, I know you're kind of joking, but seriously, she doesn't have that bad of an injury, and hers is like the worst out of anybody. That, you know what that tells me? That even though they're holding out, they're very much capable of potentially beating them on their own, because you're not that injured.
Even though the Master Rules are not playing with their food like Beast was, they went to phase 3 immediately. And if it had not been for a cruel twist of fate that Mui had unfade instead of Fang was saved anyway, but literally either Mui or Shen should have died in that situation. It's so convenient that Fang comes in and then he gets stronger as he ages. This feels like a Mickey Mouse type of situation. Oh my goodness. And I don't mean to like just sound like doom and gloom, but this I have less faith in than the last time that we were in the same boat.
Yeah, exactly. I just can't wait for next week when, you know, you read first and you tell me Vontae.
We are so back.
That's what I want to hear. That happened last time. We're so back.
We've never been more back.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
And I don't want to hear like, oh, Vontae. I'm like, oh no.
No. I might do that just to fake you out.
Honestly, yes. I'm gonna forget about it by that time. So definitely, if you remember, definitely. But Sun is okay. So let me ask you this, right?
Okay.
I know you kind of already asked, like, how long do you see this going, at least for this arc, aside from the epilogue? How fast do you think we're going to beat Sun and Soul then? Because if that's fast, this completely fell off.
Like how many chapters or how many minutes of the 10?
Chapters.
What are we on? 231?
Oh. It would be pretty cool if like the same stuff happened again, kind of. That'd be pretty cool to see.
I was thinking of, you know, like the countdown to like Victor fading away, maybe forever. I could see 4 chapters, a month's worth.
I kind of want the same thing to happen again to everybody, in a way. was like when we're reading as the reader, it's like, oh shit, this happened to Chikara. Oh no, or this character. Oh no, it's happening again. The same thing, the same injuries.
Follow-up question. Do you think that Sun, maybe plus Soul, as the sole remaining, no pun intended, Master Rule, do you think that those two would be able to kill anybody on our team?
They should. That's
at this
why I
point.
started the chat.
At this point,
question. They should be able to still. I understand injustice, but like, I still think they should be able to because there's still a fight,
He was literally indestructible last 100 loops. Not just last loop. They've never been able to damage him. So how are you going to damage him unless it's a soul attack? But if soul is the sole remaining, planetary body that's around the sun, do you think Soul retreated to the sphere?
Maybe.
He's a punk, so he's a punk.
Yeah, exactly. Because at first he didn't want to be, and now he's going back. He's like, wait, I gotta be here.
Can't stand him.
Now that I think about it, we said it a long time ago. I think you said it that what if Soul is like the core of the sun, or was once the core of the sun?
That's what I said.
Now that we're seeing their cores now, like the little, people that we've seen within Change and Luck, maybe he is.
Like him being created by Luna was literally a lie, or do you think that that's unrelated now?
I think it's still some relation to that, but like, I mean, because soul literally in Spanish is sun, so I was just thinking about like how it would make sense if he was the core, because I feel like sun still has a core. But I hope we're not doomed, guys. I hope not. Does it? Okay, if it. I'm trying to think. Like, how much does this go down from before series? Not like dramatically, like some other series may have, but it still stinks. It's like.
So. Vontae and I have had this conversation off camera multiple times, and he is a manga reader for My Hero, whereas both of us are manga readers for Demon Slayer. We do have anime reactions on the channel, but I just want to preface it by saying that both of those shonen series, we think, or at least I think for My Hero, they peak near the end. Mm-hmm. If this is true for Undead Unluck, it peaked at the halfway point, and I don't think it ever got back up to that same.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like how other series are, where they like peak and then they kind of fall off at the end. But this is like
just
a weird
kind of like a
decent.
Yeah, I would even say this is like more so on the negative side than the positive for me. Like, I feel like this would decrease my overall enjoyment of the series.
Yeah, I feel that too. Like, I'm trying. Where do I even have this series? Honestly, I had it at like a concurrent 9 out of 10. That's how high I had it.
Oh, rating wise,
it broke at 8.5.
Are we talking about top 10?
Rating wise, I had it at a 9.
Okay.
Like it was. I didn't really have any issues with it. Aside from like a few characters not getting much focus and characterization, but everything was good. Like all the arcs, the transitioning to other arcs were cool. We had some good downtimes and no characters. A lot of series don't even do that a lot because they go so fast. The stakes were there even in the midway point, like you said, for the first Ragnarok. Characters are dope. There's certain characters that became golden characters. One of our favorite characters in all of anime. There's like damn near 5 of them we could say, like comfortably, that's in there. And it was doing so good. So I had it at 9 out of 10. Now with this, I would probably have it at like oh man, that's kind of tough. boy, that's kind of, I don't want to say this because I don't believe it. I almost want to say a 7.5, but I don't want to say that because I still think I like this more, or a little more than like My Hero, and I have that as an 8.
See, that's
Or at
the
least
thing.
5.
I feel
if
like
this
a
is
little
the
bit
case.
recency bias. I feel like My Hero has made somewhat of a comeback in my heart.
Definitely.
Whereas Undead Unluck, if this is truly how it plays out, I know I keep saying that, guys. Just full disclaimer: if Tozuka turns it around, peak fiction.
Peak.
I'll be that. Is it Recon Lightning, where he does like the One Piece Oda? This arc is trash. Oda peak foreshadowing, never better. But if he's able to pull that off, like, kudos to him. But as of right now, I feel like My Hero is peaking for me, and Undead Unluck is falling. So I might even have this underneath My Hero by the time that both finish up.
That's why they did the opposite. But I feel like, though, my enjoyment in this series, I would say that I thoroughly enjoyed it ever since like Autumn arc. Like for sure. Like it was at that 8 to like an 8 out of 10, and then everything after that was 8.5 to 9, and it just stayed there, and it didn't really regress that much. It may have been like one arc or so, like maybe the Tatiana one that kind of was whatever, but it wasn't bad. We need stuff like that too, with characters. That was kind of like a downtime type of arc.
Yeah, my last point is that this reminds me of my primary issue with One Piece. It's just there's not enough significant deaths.
Yeah, and we're not edgy guys. Trust, we just.
But there needs to be some. It can't be a clean slate.
It has to, because we know
it cannot be a clean slate.
He did it before, but now we're looking at it like that's a cop out because we knew that we're going to get another loop. We knew that, so now it makes 100 look a little like. Did
it matter? No, not really.
Exactly. It's kind of like how I feel about Dragon Ball at times when it comes to the Dragon Balls. That's literally how I feel. It's like there's so much to stake. There's literally Dragon Ball is like, if you talk about stakes, it has it, but then the Dragon Ball is just kind of
take it away.
It takes it away. Yeah. And that's talking about like universal fate and shit. So in existence, and even in that series, it can be taken away. So that happens there. But I still love Dragon Ball. So that's kind of how I feel about Undead. It's like I don't subtract stuff from Dragon Ball for that by that much. But it's still not gonna be a 10 or a 9 or 8.5. It'll have to be at most an 8. So for me, Undead Unluck, if this is the case and it ends like this, I'm thinking between 7.5 and 8. That'll be my score. But we'll just see.
See, I had it almost as high as like a 9.5. I was drinking the Kool-Aid during Ragnarok. And then when we started the new loop and got Akira, I was like, this is everything I wanted and more. But then it started to teeter off a little bit, maybe went down to a 9. And then like the Master Rules came back in. And I feel like that for me is the biggest blemish of the series. Just expectations. As a reader, if you're led to believe something is important and then it turns out not to be important, you feel cheated in a way.
That's true. Because this literally, that's the antagonist group. That is the ultimate of what we've been fighting against and struggling against a lot of times. And you made them humanoid, and it's like we have no connection with them except for probably like Lon, and that's literally it. And they're just gone, all of them at once in one chapter.
In one chapter, 5 of them get taken out
within like seconds. Because they're flying through the air and getting the saber around.
Panels.
It's like, that's like, no, you can do that to the regular Umas, not to the Master Rules. Don't do that. So once again, it kind of goes back to the Juiza's power. It's just too fucking broken. And with every series, when someone has a broken ability, there's ways to exploit it. So I do trust that Soul did something. So we hope to see that, because we already knew that it was established that injustice will end everything. As we seen in the previous loop, a random one that we seen, she did that to them before. And Soul knows that. So there's no way you allow that to happen. So I don't know if that's copium. I mean, it is, but at the same time, that's just logical, right? I don't think Suzuka would forget about that.
Well, and one last final point. I know I said one last final point about 4 points ago, but Soul, at least to our knowledge, has not displayed a phase 2 or a phase 3 form.
Mm-hmm.
So for him to go out like this and not even showcase that as like, he understands the stakes. If this happens, he loses. They all lose. But he just didn't break that out. If anything, I feel like that was the time when Julia was incomplete and he just fired a laser beam at him. That's like that's not even your best attack.
He absolutely had to have planned that, because usually in the past, haven't we usually seen his expression and his reaction to stuff going, like, not going his way? Well, even
He
if
gets
it's
really upset.
family.
It's like the pretty boy that gets like the dark side to him.
We didn't see that at all. In this chapter, he didn't even look concerned. He was just angry and looked like he was plotting. Like, look at that face on page 1. He's not concerned.
Quee!
He is not. He's building up a charge of electricity, soul, light, beam, ray, something. He's not playing games. And maybe he did go to the sun. Maybe he's going to control the sun and do it himself. But even at that, I still don't care that much because of the damn master rules that didn't get any characterization.
And by proxy, the characterization we could have gotten from other characters on our side, if they had gotten a actual conflict.
He showed us a room of these cool looking characters, and only 3 of them speaks. 4 of them speaks. Finally, another one speaks in time, and then they all die. Once.
Guys, if it's not apparent almost an hour 40 into a stream, we both love this series.
Yes.
I know it might not sound like it at the moment, but again, I think the title of this live stream is very accurate. This is a controversial chapter.
I gotta look at Web Mantis on Twitter. I gotta see what he's talking about, man.
He cope bought a pizza to get through this chapter.
He cope bought a pizza. You know what? I like the way he's thinking, man.
You know, I don't hate it, but
man, oh boy.
Well, we've been talking for a while, but do you have any final points to make?
The last thing I'll say is that Suzuka, please do it again. If you do it again and pull it off successfully, you might be the closest to AOT, man. Because how do you do that to your audience?
It's the King Recon, man. Just you're playing with us. You're the one playing the video game. Yeah, a lot of interesting concepts in this one. I'm probably grasping at straws for a few of these theories, but I just hope if Tozuka pulls this off, that I was right with my shot in the dark, whatever shot it was. But
yes,
yeah, not a great chapter if this is, without any sort of twist moving forward. But yeah, that's all I got on my end.
Yeah, that's all I got. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Or if you enjoyed the chapter too, love that you enjoy it, man. Truthfully, you guys know we're always here Sundays, sometimes Mondays, that's today, depending on scheduling and all that. But stay tuned. We got a lot of content dropping. We got Bleach and Arcane, both of those, and we have to look back. All 3 of those will be dropping this week for all the new episodes and such. So stay tuned. And a whole bunch of other stuff in the backlog and things in the future to look forward to, such as a sports anime. Now that there.
Na, 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 na. That's all the hint you get.
But I hope you guys have a good one. So please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys on the next video or stream. That rhymes, bars, and peace.
Peace. Join the Discord. It's in the link. Bye-bye.